Today I'm gonna help all you artists out there. I know there's a lot of people that are currently artists, are looking to finally start their music career in 2026. And I'm gonna help you guys out. As we all know, music has become very saturated in a sense because there are so many people dropping music. It seems like every is a rapper, especially rap. Rap has become so saturated. So I advise you guys, the first rule, I guess you could say, to blowing up in 2026 is to be different. Be very diverse. Don't try to sound the same. Don't go looking for Playboy Cardi, Summer, Jace, NBA YoungBoy presets and trying to sound like them. And bro, you need to come different because we've heard it all pretty much. And so the people that are now starting to blow up are people that are different. You look at the likes of Bossman D-Lo or Top Gen or Top Opgen, I think that's his name. There are so many artists now, artists that are currently blowing up are usually artists that are branches of the flows that are out there, whether it's an NBA YoungBoy type flow, a Playboy Cardi, Summers, Jace type flow. Artists that are blowing up, as we can see, are different. They're not trying to sound like everybody else, or if they do have a flow of somebody else, in some way, shape, or form, they have diversified that flow in order to make it into their own style, which is what you need to be doing. That's exactly what you need to be doing and figuring out a way to do. You need to create so much music and try to diversify it so that you're able to be different. And then you need to drop a lot of music. This is the YoungBoy method right here. As we all know, if you listen to NBA YoungBoy music, a lot of people say that NBA YoungBoy music sounds the same. And it's not because it necessarily does. It's because he drops so much music. And I'm not saying all of it is great. I'm not saying all of it is trash, but his fans eat it up. Don't get me wrong. I love NBA YoungBoy's music. He has music for any type of situation. That's another thing as well. You want to be relatable to people. You want to be able to relate in some way, shape, or form with your music. You don't want to just be talking about popping pills, having sex, getting money. If you can make hit songs with that, but the way you really take off is by being diverse and being relatable. Look at YoungBoy. He has songs about, I guess you could say, drill music. He has drill music. He has pain music. He has so much type of music that you can't put him into one box. You can't, because of how much music he actually makes and how different it is. Even if you try your best to, you still can't, because I can show you 20 different songs that sound nothing alike from your NBA YoungBoy. And that's pretty much how he does it. He drops so much music. People say he drops so much, but you have to understand, in the climate that we're in, everybody's attention span is so low. People cannot pay attention to a 5-minute video without picking up their phone and scrolling on TikTok. People cannot sit down and watch an hour-long movie without getting bored and pausing it and coming back to it later. I do it too. Don't get me wrong. I do it too. And so it's not that I'm pretty sure he understands this, but even if he doesn't understand it, he's taking advantage of that by dropping a video, dropping 4 to 5 songs a month, dropping 5 different mixtapes and albums a year. That's what you need to be doing as an artist. You need to be pretty much flooding the market with your music. And again, you have to be good. Let me get that straight. You have to be somewhat good. Don't just be out there dropping some trash ass shit, because that shit will not make its way. You need to be dropping some generational, I guess you could say, type music. Some relatable, good sounding, get you some good beats, find you some great producers, and just flooding the market with your mixtape, singles. You need to be present on Instagram. Don't try to be all mysterious and try to drop every other month, bro. You're not Cardi. Cardi has earned the right to do that because Cardi has built that core fan base, and he dropped good enough music to where people, they don't necessarily like how long he takes to drop, but they know that when he does drop, he gonna have some bangers on his album. They know he gonna drop some shit where it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to listen to this for the next, you know what I mean, for the next 2-3 months. I'm still listening to like Wheezy to this day in the gym. I'm still listening to Crank, Radar, Want Some More. A lot of songs off of his album I'm still listening to, and it's about to be 2026. He dropped that, I want to say, either April or March earlier this year. And it's because he's perfected his craft in a sense where he knows how to get you to stay attached. Same with YoungBoy again. YoungBoy, if he wanted to, he can wait months and months and months to drop music. but he knows, it's like he understands that, man, if I'm making so much music, I'm about to go ahead and drop this shit. Why would I wait? Why would I sit on it? And that's the problem. A lot of artists, they be like, oh man, I got so much music in the tank, I'm just waiting to drop it. Bro, drop that shit. Drop that. But I get it. A lot of people, a lot of artists, they be in these contracts where they can't necessarily drop music. But at the same time, you can just drop free music. Mixtape. Drop a mixtape. Like YoungBoy, he drops mixtapes. He might not get paid as much off that music, but he still want to drop the music because he knows that, man, if I keep on dropping so much music, even if he doesn't care about the numbers, one of them is going to be a hit. He at least going to drop a few hits a year where it's like, oh, this is on the billboards, this went gold, this went platinum. So it's all going to even out at the end of the day. And that brings me to my point of Lil Baby. I seen this video by Von 2 Cut on TikTok, and I might put it in here, but it made perfect sense. It's not that Lil Baby is trash or anything like that. It's just that he spaces out too much to drop music. Back then, if you look at 2020, 2019, 2018, even like 2017 Lil Baby, he was very consistent. And because he had a fresh new sound, a lot of his music was hits. A lot of his music, when you think about that old Baby, like a lot of his shit was a hit. It was a banger. And because now he may be dropping an album every 2 years, or he might hop on a feature every other few months or every 6 months, people, you know, we get tired of that in a sense, and we kind of fizzle you out. Like, all right, it's just another Baby song. It's just another Lil Baby song. Versus if he was dropping consistently like YoungBoy, people wouldn't be calling him trash. They'd be like, all right, bet, it's another Baby song, let's get it. Because he's keeping the fan base fed. And then, you know, 9 times out of 10, one of them songs, if he dropping, let's say if he dropping fucking 2 videos a month, man, out of those fucking 24 songs he might drop a year, at least one of them gonna be a hit. At least one of them, 2 of them gonna be a summer anthem, a winter anthem, a motivational something. One of them is gonna be a hit. And so that's kind of what you need to be doing as an artist. You need to be dropping consistently. You need to be diverse, and you need to be different. Don't sit on your music. You are not Playboi Carti. You cannot be mysterious. You cannot be interacting with your fan base and thinking that, oh yeah, they gonna still fuck with me. No, bro, you're fucking new. We don't care. And I feel like Summer low-key fell into that trap. If you don't know Summers, I don't want to call him an underground artist, but I feel like he should have low-key, even if he don't want to be mainstream, I feel like his music is good enough to where he could be mainstream even if he doesn't want to be mainstream. Because he came out, him, Jace, you know, Can, Autumn, they all had that plug and be sound. If you listen to them back in like 2018, 2019, 2020, you know, 2021. But I feel like what's stunting his growth is the fact that he doesn't drop as much as he needs to be dropping. And it's like, bro, just drop your music. We know you got great music. Just drop that shit. Just flood the market. Stop holding back. Even if he might have lost his hunger, that's another thing as well. These artists, right, once they blow up, they tend to lose their hunger, and they don't want to drop as much as they used to. They get $1 million, they get a few $1 million, and now they like, shit, fuck it. I don't care about this shit no more. I ain't about to drop as much as I used to. Why would they do it? And I get it. They're like, why would I drop as much as I used to? I don't have to. I made it. But that's what separates an artist like YoungBoy from an artist like that, is that YoungBoy drops music like he's still hungry for it. YoungBoy drops an album every few months because he knows that shit. He wants this shit. It's like even though he got hella kids to feed, you know, that shit probably helping motivate him to drop music as well. But it's just like, yo, he's dropping like he's a brand new artist. And that's what these artists need to be doing. That's what you need to be doing if you're an artist looking to blow up. Stop holding back. Stop trying to sound like your favorite artist. Be relatable. Be vulnerable in your music. Be real in your music, bro. Like, be real. Be vulnerable. Be real. Talk about your ups and your downs. Don't just talk about how you getting all this money. You was this, that, and the third. Now, it's a time and place for that. But at the same time, what separates artists that's here for like a year or two versus artists that's still here 10 years later is that you either got to make some great ass music, or you need to be making some great ass music, and you need to be hella relatable. You need to be relatable. You need to still be trying to figure out ways to tap into your fan base's emotion. And that's what artists like Tupac, that's what artists like Jay-Z, that's what artists like Eminem and Lil Wayne, YoungBoy, when you think about their fan bases will tell you, oh, he got a song for every type of situation. That's why I love him. that's the type of timing that you need to be on. But I feel like that only comes when you really, really love making music. And sadly, a lot of people don't love making music. A lot of people are only making music because they see the bag that you can get from it. Which is why once they get that bag, they tend to fall off and they tend to stop being hungry. They don't care about the shit no more. And that's what fuck you up. So if you want to get in it just for the quick bag, hey. But if you in it for the long run and you actually trying to build a core fan base, this is the video for you. You need to take all of these steps in these videos, take all of these lessons that I just pretty much gave you, and use it to your advantage. And one thing as well, like I said, really hitting the nail on that mysterious bullshit. You need to be active on social media. You need to be interacting with your fan base. So even if you got to respond to comments, you be on Instagram Live, add some of your fans to the live, and allowing them to ask you questions and really, really building that connection and that relatability to your fan base. Because I'm telling you, even your fans might give you, hey, you should hop on this beat, or hey, you should experiment with this sound, or some of your fans, they might give you some tips and tricks, and you might try it out, and you might be like, oh shit, this shit actually worked out. Like, don't have too big of an ego where you like, oh, fuck your fans. Like, bro, these are the people that's helping you live the lifestyle that you live in. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all boys today. Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. And if you're an artist, shout your music out in the comments. I'm always looking for some new music. So if you're an artist and you're looking to blow up, let me know if these tips right here, if they sound reasonable, if they make sense. If they don't, let me know. I'm not an artist, so I don't know. But just me looking at the internet and studying what artists blow up, they tend to usually follow some of these tips, and they tend to usually really hit the nail on some of these things. Again, if you want to become mysterious, you have to build a fan base for that. You can't just be trying to become mysterious after you done dropped one hit song. That's not gonna work, bro. Not at all. But until next time, see y'all boys again, man.